Hey guys, Chris here with Strength and Steel Reviews, and today I'm going to try to save you thousands of dollars, countless hours of your own time, and a bit of your sanity. Now, I've built and rebuilt my home gym more times than I care to admit, and in the process, I've made some truly dumb decisions. So in this video, I'm walking you through 10 of those dumb decisions that I wish I had made differently, so you don't have to make them too. If you're about to build your home gym, or you're in the process of building it already, you are in the correct place. Let's get to it. Okay, so first on our list is not planning out the floor protection of your gym first. So you'd think that protecting your floor would be step one, right? Well, not for me. In my first setup, I laid down some of those cheap interlocking foam tiles that you can find on Amazon. They lasted about a week, maybe two. So then I thought, you know what, screw it. Concrete is fine. Well, it wasn't fine. First of all, the sound of plates and barbells clanking against concrete was loud, which is incredibly distracting and, more importantly, annoying. Second, the concrete proved to be hard on my knees, and I have good knees, so trust me, you're bound to feel it. Lastly, and perhaps worst of all, was that whenever it was humid out here, the concrete would get slick, and where I live, it gets humid quite often. So even for me, squatting out here started to feel a bit risky. So eventually I wisened up and I bought proper 3/4 inch horse stall mats like everyone else. They're incredibly tough, they're easy to maintain, and compared to other flooring options, they are very affordable. Take my word on this and start with stall mats or some kind of equivalent. Don't waste your time on foam tiles, and don't assume that concrete is going to do the job, because I promise you that it will not. All right, the second mistake on my list I don't hear often repeated. So most garages actually slant downward toward the garage door. I found this out the hard way. Essentially, I mounted my Repathina functional trainer along the slanted wall behind me. It looked solid, it looked clean, it looked professional, and then I started squatting. It wasn't long before I discovered that one leg was clearly higher than the other, and my hip soon confirmed this slow blossoming truth. It was an unfortunate discovery, and as with all unfortunate discoveries, my blissful ignorance was quickly missed. So with this newfound awareness, did I move it? Great question. It's right behind me. So no, I didn't move it. The rack is massive. It was a pain to build, and since most of my equipment at the time of its placement was already set, I knew it would be an enormous pain to reorganize everything. So instead, when I squat, I just step all the way out from the rack. I turn and face the open garage door. It's not ideal, it's annoying. I wish I had done it differently. Maybe one day I'll fix it. Until then, learn from my mistake as I live with it myself. Be better, everyone. Be better. All right, mistake number 3 is failing to plan out the layout of your gym. Make sure that you measure everything. Measure the ceiling height, measure the garage door clearance, scope out all of the outlets. All of it matters. If your barbell scrapes the garage door rails, or you have a pulley system that hits something overhead, that's a problem that you could have avoided, and money potentially that you could have avoided spending. Think about where your outlets are if you plan on plugging in some electronic equipment, maybe a charging station or a small TV, even a treadmill. Anticipate equipment that you might want in the future and plan space for it. And don't overlook lighting. Your gym shouldn't feel like a dungeon. I installed these honeycomb lights on my ceiling, which was a much easier install than I initially expected, and the difference is huge. The space feels brighter, more open, and actually makes me want to train here more often. Good lighting doesn't just look cool, it changes the whole vibe, and it encourages you to be in your gym, which can be more of a challenge than you might think if you're not careful about how you set it up. Another worthy consideration, heating and cooling. I have a Ryobi battery-powered fan working hard in the summer months. It's working hard right now. And I've also installed a hardline wall heater into the wall for the winter months. So if you have hard winters wherever you live and you plan on working out in your home gym, I would advise that you consider this too. Set yourself up for success. Don't expect to stumble upon it. Okay, the 4th mistake is something everybody falls prey to when they're constructing a home gym. Don't rush to buy everything all at once. I get it, you're excited. You want the dream home gym and you want it right now, but don't rush it. It will come in time. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither was your home gym. When I began this whole thing, I blew money on gear I never used, and I purchased equipment without doing the appropriate amount of research, all of which bit me pretty hard in the butt soon after. My advice would be, start with what you know that you will use. An adjustable bench, a barbell, get some plates, some dumbbells, either get some adjustable dumbbells or get a small set of fixed dumbbells. That may be all that you ever need. You don't have to beef up your gym perpetually. If you only need a minimal setup, then keep it minimal, keep it clean. Consider your training style, make a few decisions and build from there. Buying everything at once guarantees you'll regret something that you bought. Take my word on this, move slowly and grow with your gym. Okay, the fifth mistake on our list is buying large pieces of equipment, especially at the beginning of this process. Yes, the hack squat, leg press combo looks sick online. You've been watching videos on it. You've been dreaming about it. I understand. There may come a time for it. It's just probably not right now. Now, if you do have ample space and money and you know you'll use it, dive in, buy it, it's your money. But if you have any questions or concerns or uncertainties, wait. Home gyms need space, period. And if you decide to purchase it anyway, measure, and then measure again, because once that piece is set in place, it's going to be a serious pain to move it. And it may be taking up the space of a future piece of equipment that you would have used more often. So again, be very careful before committing to a large piece. Number 6 is a big one for me. Do not neglect storage. You need storage solutions. Think plate trees, barbell racks, shelves, bins, multiple solutions to help organize the equipment that will slowly trickle, or in my case, flood into your home gym. Because you know what happens when everything's sitting on the floor? You train less. A clean gym is a usable gym, and it's way easier to lift when you're not tripping over plates or stepping around to strange pieces of equipment. Also, when there's stuff on the floor, that's where that residual hair, pet hair in my case, and dust all collects in hard to reach corners and contours. If you value organization, invest in storage. Don't make this mistake. Okay, this one might be hard to hear for some of you. I would recommend that you avoid succumbing to all of those too good to be true deals online, especially from Amazon, and do your research before committing to anything. Look, I love a good deal. Who doesn't? Most of you are probably flocking to Amazon for a lot of your equipment, especially as Prime Day approaches. Many of you will be. But there's a big difference between buying resistance bands and buying a squat rack. I would advise that you stick to trusted brands like Rep Fitness, Rogue, Titan Fitness for the big stuff. Save Amazon and Walmart for accessories and supplemental pieces. Prime Day is coming up and I need to figure out the most ethical way to prepare my viewers for it, because there are going to be some great pieces available on Amazon, but there are many lackluster ones too, and none of them should be taken at face value. Do your research. You hear multiple opinions, decide for yourself. Okay, 8th on our list is the avoidance of used equipment. Now, I used to think that used equipment was junk equipment. I was wrong. I've scored some amazing finds on Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist and eBay. Read the reviews of the seller, inspect the images closely, and if you're picking it up in person, you don't have to commit to anything until you see it. But if you can go see it, go see it. And conversely, when you outgrow something, sell it. Flip your way up. I've sold racks, dumbbells, benches, you name it. Gym gear actually holds its value surprisingly well. Don't throw out used gear. Move it, and when appropriate, replace it with either new equipment or more used equipment of a higher tier. Especially when you're still figuring out what you want, used equipment is the way to go. Okay, number 9. Don't fall for the YouTube shiny object syndrome and buy every high-end piece of equipment that catches your eye. You don't need every flashy attachment or high-end accessory promoted by Coop or Gluck, myself, or anyone else. Watch each video if you're curious and stay informed, but you don't need to get swept away. Instead, always ask, will I actually use this? If it looks cool but doesn't match your training style, skip it. If it's uncomfortably out of your price range, search for it used or wait for the price to drop. You don't need the newest thing, and you don't need it right now. You don't need it right when it comes out. Life is short, yeah, but it's not that short. Patience in all things home gym. Take your time. Okay, last but not even close to least, keep your home gym clean. Listen, this one's not sexy, but it matters. I've got 2 dogs. One's a golden retriever, the other is a German shepherd. There's hair everywhere. I live in hair. And then there's the dust, the leaves, and whatever else the wind decides to drag in here. I use a leaf blower constantly to combat all of these evils, and I even have an enslaved robot vacuum that desperately seeks to aid me in this ongoing, endless, epic battle. Keep your home gym clean, or at least relatively clean, not disgusting. Do your best. Have a leaf blower handy, a vacuum. Don't leave the door open when it's windy, especially if the wind is blowing toward your garage. Be thoughtful about managing your gym, because if your gym is gross, you won't want to train in your gym. And if I had an 11th item on this list, it would be just that. Use your gym. Do everything you can to make your gym somewhere that you want to be. Yes, I love working out in my gym, but truly, I just love being in my gym. This is my space. I take my time when I work out because of that. I read, I think. Sometimes I do nothing at all, and I am grateful for every moment. Keep your space clean and use your gym. You want to be here. Otherwise, what is any of this for? And that's the full list of mistakes, at least the 10 that I can fit into this list. I'm sure I'll make plenty more mistakes because that's just how it be, but maybe, just maybe, you can avoid a few of these yourself. I wish you all the best in the construction of your home gym. Take care, everyone. Stay strong and stay steely, and I will catch you in the next one. Adios.